fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bush? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul, starring me, Big Maul, Molly B, Jamal, whatever it is that you call me. How y'all doing out there, man? I hope you had a great week and weekend. Hope you guys just tapped in, man, to that new level and challenged yourself and did what you were supposed to do. So, um, just gonna try to get in here real quick because it's like it's about to storm. Um, it's dark, it's raining right now, but yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whatever time it is that you're listening to this. I appreciate you. I definitely do. Um, man, let's just get into it anyways, because I'm ready to get into it. So, have you ever done something or was in the process of doing something and people were laughing at you? For instance, you're staying in and you're not going out partying, and because you have a goal that you want to reach, or you're done with partying, you want to stimulate your mind with different things, more positive outlets. And your friends, or people that you associate with, they're laughing at you, they calling you lame, they calling you this, and they don't understand. They don't understand the reason for your detachment. And even not even necessarily from them, but just like a certain lifestyle. And so they talk about you. Just like if you're making conscious decisions to work out, you're working on your health. You're you're no longer eating fast foods, or you're no longer eating like uh TV dinners and all this other stuff. You're eating whole foods, you're eating your vegetables, you're eating your fruits, you're drinking your water, and you're working out, you switched up um your routine. You get up early and you go work out, and you do different things now because you want to feel better. You want to look better and also feel better, and have more energy and move and do all these different things. And people just, they don't get it. They don't understand it. They look at you crazy. They look at you like you're crazy. And like I said, they laugh, and then they even start trying to place you in a light, saying that you think you're better than them now. You think you're just this upper echelon person now. You're a goody two shoes. Oh, this and this. Oh, you can't be, you're not the same person anymore. Well, kind of, sort of. I'm not the same person. When you want to grow, when you want to elevate, when God opens your eyes to better, and you just make those decisions, you're not supposed to be the same person. Um, the partying, the drinking, the smoking, the staying up late, eating pizza, the doom scrolling on Facebook and Instagram and all this other stuff. Whenever you want to change your mindset, you got to change your habits. Whenever you want to change your world, the world around you that you wake up to every day, it starts with you. And sometimes people don't take heed to that. They see you doing it, but they're still stuck in that old lifestyle. They're still stuck on wherever they are, and they settle, and then they want you to settle. They don't want you to move forward. They don't have the mental capacity to understand that life doesn't stop where you are. It can continuously get better. Now, you're still going to have problems no matter what, but life doesn't stop where you are. Of course, I always preach about being present and being grateful for what's around you. But listen, if you want more, that doesn't mean you're not grateful for where you are. You just want more for yourself. You want more for your life. You want more out of life. I don't want people, like, when people say YOLO, you only live once. this is the only life that we have, but well, I won't say excuse me, I won't say but, I will say yes, this is the only life that we know of that we have. So why not get the most out of it? Why not be as healthy as you can be? Why spend the only life that you know, the only body that you know in this experience? Why spend that harming your body, being sick all the time and not controlling the things that you can control? You can control certain aspects of your health and your weight. You can control um certain aspects of how you feel and how you move around and being active and just looking and feeling good and having energy and doing challenging things that you never would have thought you've done. You can look at others for inspiration and try to just throw in certain things that they're doing in their lives in your life. You can do all of these different things and it's a rewarding feeling. People don't get the fact that it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't stop. Life doesn't stop exactly where you are. The only time life stops is when God calls you home, when He says it's time for you to leave this place. That's the only time this life stops. So why not just try to do everything that you can? Why not just go out and be the best version of yourself that you can be every single day and work towards things that will make you feel fulfilled. And unfortunately, doing that, chasing all these things, you'll lose the people they're not. They're not aligned with you, and you'll lose them, or they'll lose you. I'd rather say it that way. They'll lose you because they have the same choices that you have. They have the same 24 hours in a day that you have. Now we're all different. Some people have kids, some people don't. Some people have to take care of others, or they have siblings, or they have whatever that they have to be responsible for, which is, all fine and dandy. It's life, but you still have a choice. You still can make time to do different things. You can still live your life and be the best version of yourself. I mean, wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself to give others, to give the people in your life, your family, your friends, your spouses, people that if you're taking care of, if you're a teacher, you're a professor, if you own a business, all these different roles that you can possibly play in life. Wouldn't you want to show up as the best version of yourself so you can give out the best effort? I mean, D Wade, I remember D Wade said it. He don't like working out or getting up at 4 a.m. Or sometimes he doesn't like the workouts that he's doing. He doesn't love them, but he loves the way he feels. He loves the way he looks. And wouldn't you feel the same way doing something in your life that you love doing and you getting paid to do it? You're not waking up going to this 9 to 5 that you hate, that you're dreading. You may have the weekends off and you're dreading that Monday morning because you have to get back on that grind to go to a job that you don't like. Wouldn't you rather spend some time doing something that you love? Wouldn't you rather spend some time doing something that's making a difference in the lives of not just yourself, not just your family, but just complete strangers? Don't you want to? Wouldn't you want to feel motivated to go to work and money not be the only motivation? It can be a motivation, of course, but wouldn't you like it to just because it fulfills you, it lights a fire inside of you? If you want to get to that point in life, then you have to make decisions now to stop doing certain things and to start doing certain things. If you're trying to go back to school, then you need to buckle down. You need to go out and apply to colleges. You need to look at how much tuition costs and fill out financial aid forms. You need to just do your research on the type of classes you need to take to obtain that degree and apply to schools, and you get accepted into school. Buckle down. You got to make this type of sacrifices. You can't go out. You got to study. You can't stay up playing video games because you got a paper to type. You can't. You have to make the adjustments in life. You gotta be the best version of yourself and work towards that every day if you want to succeed and continue climbing up this ladder. Or you can sit around and be those type of people that's looking at others do certain things and saying that they're not going to do it, and you're low-key secretly hating and hoping that they're not going to complete a task and they're not going to be whoever they aspire to be, only because you let yourself get in your own way and stopped you from being who you are. But when every single day you have a choice. I always tell myself whenever I get up in the morning just to go to the gym, when that alarm goes off, of course I want to go back to sleep. Of course. But as soon as I sit up and my both of my feet hit the ground and I stand up, that's it. There's no getting back in the bed. There's no turning back. Let's get up, let's get moving, let's go work out, and then let's go head to work and let's grind and let's do it. Let's get it. And you'll feel so much more fulfilled. So much more. I don't care who makes fun of you because you're drinking uh teas. I don't care who looks at you weird because you're eating vitamins and you're drinking all these different um juices and things of that nature for your digestive system and all of the, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. And those people that are laughing at you, they don't get it. But you can't make them get it. Now you can encourage people, you can motivate people, you can even um give them advice, you can inform them, you can try to teach them um and explain why you're doing what you're doing. But if they don't hop on that and they're continuing to just sit back and watch you and be who they are, then you got to get around from them because this is going to affect you. You're not gonna elevate. That relationship, that friendship is going to suffer um ultimately because you're not going to be happy around that person or with those people because they're living a life that you're trying to distance yourself from and get away from, but they're stuck in their ways. And if you continue to be around them, then you are, no matter how hard you try to get away from that, you're going to revert back to those old ways eventually because that's who you're around. That's what you're around. That's what you see. And that's what you're digesting when you're not by yourself. But if you get around people that are living the same life as you or having that same mindset as you, and the conversations are enlightened, then you will continue to move in a positive direction. And you want those type of people in your life because not only can they help you, you can help them. And you can feed off of each other's energy. They can teach you things, you can teach them things. And it's just like how they say iron sharpens iron. But let those other people laugh. They think you lame, they think you this, they think you that. But how do you feel and how do they feel? How do you look and how do they look? And I'm not trying to judge, but results speak for themselves. Results speak for themselves. I would refuse to be the type of person that's laying around watching everybody else get their lives, and I'm not. Like, that motivates me to see people that look like me, young black male doing their thing, or just anybody in general just doing their thing, and um, seeing seeing the hard work and all of that stuff pay off. You don't see. I mean, obviously off camera, you don't see the insecurity sometimes, or the maybe the embarrassment, maybe the frustration, you know maybe the confusion in the direction that they need to go. Maybe they're questioning themselves and why they even started what they started. But I'd much rather be on a path to greatness and maybe second guessing myself than to just be sitting in the same spot, not moving and not doing anything and feeling sorry for myself when I can choose to not live and feel that way. I mean, it's either you make the changes now or next year around the same time, you're going to be in the same spot, same position, same mindset, feeling the same exact way that you are now. And when you look back, you'll say, man, another year has gone by. I don't feel like I've done anything with my life. I haven't discovered anything that I want to do. And look at all these other people doing what they want to do. And look at them just thriving. And then look at me. And now you'll realize just how fast time moves, and you're gonna feel like you're wasting your life and your potential, and you're gonna just continue to feel worse and depressed and all of those negative emotions. I mean, is that the way you want to live? Is that the way you want to live, and is that the way you want to be? You can sacrifice time playing video games 24/7. You can sacrifice time staying up all night just binge watching shows and eating junk food. You can sacrifice always wanting to be on every single scene or keeping up with the Joneses and doing things because you see other people doing them and it looks fun and it looks popular and it looks trendy. You can sacrifice all of that stuff and actually get to work on your life. You can cut that TV off and go to sleep early and get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And you can get up and go run a mile or two. You can get up and go work out. You can study for that certificate and take those tests. You can read new books that's gonna engage your mind and make you curious about the world. You can try new things such as going to hiking. You can do hard things, you can do challenging things, you can grow in the midst of chaos in this world, whether it's going what's going on in the political world, what's going on in nature, what's going on in war. You can continuously grow, you can continuously evolve, you can continuously keep applying pressure in your life and just being great. I don't know about y'all, but when I see results, I'm motivated to continue to just go. When I get around, like I have a friend that a close friend, a dear friend of mine. Me and her were talking a couple of days ago, and I was telling her about this book because me and her have been friends for oh man, like 7 years or so. Um, when we first met and when we first became like good friends, I talked about my relationship with God and she didn't really have one, and she was questioning all of that stuff, and I would give her like testimonies, and I would give her like food for thought, and I wouldn't like force like religion or anything down her throat. I wouldn't force God down her throat, but I would tell her to give him a try, just start little by little reading the Bible, or praying or reading a book and or writing, and just give it a try. Just give it a try. And we had a talk a couple of days ago, and she was telling me she's on this journey now, and just feeling happy for her and being and she was thanking me for like through the years of just uh continuously talking about God and giving her these confirmations that girl is good over here on this side. And she was thanking me for that, and I referred to her a book called The Shack, which will be very, very, very beneficial for her, especially if someone is questioning God or on a journey to get closer to God or find out about God. It's a great book that someone gave me, and I read it and I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I told her about it. And sometimes you tell people stuff to order something or to watch something or do something, and they'll say, yeah, just to sound good, but they don't do it. Well, 2 days later, she said the book came in and she had already read a couple of chapters. So, and it's like people like that, you just want to be around, not because you feel like you can control them or tell them what to do and they'll do it, but it's like you want people that's on the same frequency as you, that have the same mindset as you, that are in alignment with you and growth, and especially about God, especially. You want people like that around. You want people like that around. And yeah, I said all that just to say, surround yourself. I saw Chris Brown years ago. He said something that always stuck with me: surround yourself with elevators. And I feel like that means surround yourself with different outlets that will help you continue to grow and elevate your life. The Bible, journaling, meditating, working out, eating healthy, just living healthy, and being around people that hold you accountable, but people that are also ascending, that are also having that same mindset as you. Surround yourself with elevators. Elevation is key. And again, you can be grateful for where you are and appreciative for where you are, but you don't have to stay there. You can continue to go. I mean, you got here at one point, and you probably didn't think you would be at this moment. You probably thought the last season was as best as it gets, and then you got here. So I think that this is the as best as it gets. It gets better. It gets better, and it gets better, and it gets better. You gotta do the same things you did that got you to this point. You gotta think the same way, but think higher, think more positively, think more elevation, put put forth more effort, increase your faith, increase your conversations with God, increase your walk with people that are of the same mindset as you, and watch how you grow. But the people that laugh, they don't get it. The people that sit around and just gossip and talk about you, they don't get it. But that's okay. You can't make them get it, and you shouldn't waste your time trying to tell them why you're doing what you're doing. You shouldn't have to waste your time justifying yourself and telling them to stop laughing and defending your actions and yourself. Don't worry about them. Let God handle that. You are handling you. You're doing a damn good job. So keep going. Keep going. I don't care who's laughing. I don't care who's talking. I don't care who's pointing the finger. You are on your journey. So keep moving, keep pushing. I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but if I'm speaking to you, keep going. You just keep right on moving. It's okay. It don't stop. The grind don't stop. Like excuse me, life doesn't stop. Time doesn't stop. While while you have breath in your lungs, while you are here, the blood is running warm through your veins. Keep pushing, keep going. Don't worry about whether you have an audience or not. Don't worry about the people that's saying what. Just keep right on going. Don't worry about what they say. We don't care. Drake's mother told him on a phone call once. It was in a song. When they go low, we go high. Ain't that something? I love y'all. Have an incredible week. Don't let it be mundane. Um, Wherever you are, hope you're enjoying yourself. For me, summer break is now over. My daughter is going back to school this week. Already got school clothes and school supplies and all that stuff. So we got that coming up this week. I got a family reunion to attend, and it's not even my blood family, but it's family. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. I know we all got people in our lives that we're not blood related to, but they are still family. So I got a family reunion to go to. My best friend is flying in for the family reunion, and yep, we gonna have fun. We gonna turn up. But during the week, during the work week, don't let it be mundane. I'm gonna hit that gym. Hit the gym. Um, I had a great run this Saturday, probably my best one yet. And yeah, I felt well. I feel like I can run right now. But yeah, man, enjoy your week. Go work out, go move your body, go eat right, drink right. Don't worry about who's laughing. Don't worry about who's pointing the finger. Don't worry about who's questioning you. They don't understand. And it's not up to them to make them understand. I mean, it's not up to you, excuse me, to make them understand. Let God handle it. You keep on going. Keep on going. All right. I'm rooting for you. Okay. You know why? Because we are family. I got all my peoples with me. Thank y'all for listening, subscribing, following, liking, reposting, sharing, commenting my videos. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And downloading and streaming all these episodes and just tapping in with me. I appreciate y'all, man. Without y'all listening, I wouldn't have nobody to talk to. That's just that. Um, but yeah, man, that's it, man. I love y'all. Y'all are family. And God bless you. And I will see you next week. Peace.